Deep in the heart of Tamil Nadu, nestled amongst emerald rice paddies and swaying coconut palms, lies the village of Vishnupuram. Life here is simple, ruled by the rhythms of nature and ancient traditions. But a shadow hangs over this idyllic setting. The shadow of the haunted tamarind tree. At the edge of the village, where the fields meet the forest, stands the ancient tree. Its gnarled branches, twisted with age, reach out like skeletal fingers, casting long, eerie shadows across the parched earth. Villagers speak of the tree in hushed tones, their faces etched with fear and respect. For generations, the tamarind tree has been feared, believed to be cursed, a place where the living dare not linger after sunset. The villagers whisper tales of a tragic past, a story etched deep within the tree's ancient bark. The story of Meenakshi. Meenakshi was the village beauty, her long, dark hair like a silken waterfall, her eyes sparkling with laughter. She was to be married beneath the shade of the tamarind tree, a symbol of a long and prosperous life with her beloved. The wedding day dawned bright and joyous, the air filled with music and celebration. But fate had a cruel twist in store. As the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the festive gathering, a blood-curdling scream pierced the air. Meenakshi lay dead, a single stab wound in her heart, her beautiful red bridal saree stained crimson. Her husband, driven by jealousy and rage, had taken her life under the very tree that was meant to bless their union. The villagers were horrified. Meenakshi's heartbroken cries echoed through the night, a chilling reminder of the tragedy. Her spirit, unable to find peace, became tethered to the tree, her sorrow seeping into its roots, poisoning the very ground it stood upon. Years turned into decades, and decades into centuries. The tamarind tree still stood, a silent sentinel to the tragedy. But the villagers never forgot Meenakshi. They whispered of strange occurrences, unexplained events that sent shivers down their spines. Some claimed to hear the faint strains of wedding music carried on the night breeze, a mournful melody that seemed to emanate from the tree itself. Others spoke of seeing a solitary figure beneath its branches, a woman in a red saree, her face veiled in shadow, her sobs echoing in the stillness of the night. The story spread, carried on the wind to neighboring villages. The tamarind tree became a place of fear, shunned by all who valued their sanity. Parents warned their children to stay away, and even the bravest of souls avoided the path that led to the haunted tree after dark. One night, a lone traveler, weary from his journey, stumbled upon Vishnupuram. He had heard the tales of the haunted tree, but being a man of science and logic, he dismissed them as mere superstition. Ignoring the villagers' warnings, he decided to camp under the tree's sprawling branches. The night was eerily still. The air hung heavy with the scent of jasmine and the distant sound of drums. The traveler, lulled by the silence, drifted off to sleep, but his slumber was short-lived. He was awakened by a cold wind that seemed to whisper his name, followed by the sound of soft sobbing. By dawn, the traveler was found huddled at the foot of the tree, his eyes wide with terror, his hair streaked with white. He could only mutter about a woman in red, her eyes filled with a sorrow that chilled him to the bone. He packed his belongings and fled the village, never to return.